Tired of this. Because I'm tired, and I'm tired, and I'm tired, and I'm tired. But let's talk about it. The Breakfast Club. What's his name? Chandelier, the fraud, or whatever his name is, and the rest of them people. What's up, Angela Yee? I ain't mad at you. Now, here's the issue I have with this show. And this is what other people don't understand. And the fans that watch this show. Let me tell you something right now. I want to ask a question. The Breakfast Club is supposed to be so popular, right? With the urban community. Why is it not ranked number one? If all of you guys love it, and it's such an outstanding program, why isn't it number one? And I said urban. So this disqualifies the other one. I found $5. Won't be giving it to the Breakfast Club though. But I'll tell you why shows like Steve Harvey and all these other shows has more listeners. You know why? Because the people who work for a living, who are past the age of 35 years old, when they're going to work, they want to hear something that's informative, something that's going to give them information about something that might be in a food or something that they might use around the house. They got couples, they're married, or they got children. They want to hear things that they need to look out for, and this school is good for the kids. They want to hear something informative. They don't want to hear about, did you get your butthole bleached? Did you suck this guy off, and who else you slept with? They don't want to hear that at 6 o'clock in the morning or whatever time it comes on. Nobody wants to hear no garbage or trash like that. So that's why it's not on any network. It's not on any other thing that people are on that age bracket is looking for. But they don't care. They're happy. They're happy with this. They're happy with it, Max. The Breakfast Club is happy with this situation. They happy being like in the position and in the spot they are. But what they don't realize is nobody goes back to watch those interviews. The only thing that got like a lot of hits was Birdman and his rant. That was it. Other than that, nobody really cares about like going back to watch an old Breakfast Club interview. The Ray J one, maybe. If it's such a slow week, how can I come up with content? There's a lot really going on they could be talking about, but they don't want to talk about that. Why? Because they want to talk about controversy. They want to talk about who finna sleep with who on a reality show, and who slept with who, and who kid is finna have a baby with such and such, and that's all they want to do. But if you're gonna do that, at least give somebody some of the real that go along with it. Believe me, the insiders they got the same insiders, if not more. They know stuff. They know real stuff, and they can't tell you. You know, they ain't gonna tell you R. Kelly out here messing around with dudes as much as women. They can't say that. They can't say somebody told them about the story that happened in New York City. They ain't gonna tell them that. They ain't gonna tell them what happened in California. They ain't gonna tell them that. And he ain't the male one. They ain't gonna tell you that. They ain't gonna tell you what happened with R. Kelly. Really happened with R. Kelly in Miami in the police department. They covered all that up. But the Breakfast Club isn't alone. The Breakfast Club is the same type of programming, the same type of system, everything that all the flaws, but it's not the only show that's like that. You got 3 other shows that come on that's just like it. You got this other crazy morning show that's called The Talk, The View, The Real, all of these Wendy Williams type shows. They're all problems because all they do is talk about things that are not real. That's what they talk about, stuff that's not real every day. Oh my God, look at her shoes. Look at those shoes she wearing. She was working it yesterday. Look at her shoes. She went out to the store yesterday and look what she was wearing. Oh, that's the new Chanel bag. Oh, she's looking good. She's doing good. I heard that her and her husband's going through some problems, but she's looking good. Coming up, what's in the bag as the Kardashians go shopping on Rodeo Drive? This has been the entire show forever. All of these shows are doing and living off the same system of giving you nothing. And they have your attention. But this is why they're not number one. Because they don't study the people that's number one. They don't say, well, how are they number one? How do we get those people to watch our show so that we can contend to be number one? They don't try. This is why Hot 97 broke away from the Breakfast Club crew with the Charlemagne and all of that, because the stuff they was doing was too ratchet. And back then, that was the thing. You would be fired for doing something that ratchet. But Power 105, they just want ratings. Like, come on in. So the more they was ratchet, the more they kept doing stupid stuff, it was going kind of unnoticed until Ray J brought the ratchetness live on the show. And once he did that, it gave the show legitimacy because he went straight to them. And all of a sudden it became the war with Mr. C and all of them with Hot 97 to try to create controversy to sell their show. And ever since then, they have flourished to take over the small version of hip hop. Which means that they have no videos that you would want to watch past one day. I don't know how people could watch it for a day. They'll send me a clip of a video like, man, look what such and such said on the show. I'm listening for I'm like, man, I can't listen to this whole show. I had to cut this off. I mean, the Breakfast Club gonna copy anybody. That's what they do. Charlemagne that's what he's gonna do. They're gonna copy and find out whatever's popping on Twitter. They're gonna steal the jokes that people got on Twitter and then try to say it in their own mind. DJ Academics don't really do that too much. I don't really think that's why I keep telling people it'll be a subject, we both will talk about it, and sometimes we all will have the same point of view about it. That's just how it is. But we're not the same. I don't think DJ Academic is too much watching what I'm saying more than like Charlemagne does. Charlemagne watches me. He watches DJ Academic. He watches anybody he can so he can steal from it and make his own little thing up when he makes his little monologue that he does every morning. So I watched him steal people's jokes off Twitter. People come up with some clever jokes on Twitter, and he'll see which ones that was, oh, this is good, I'm going to use this, put this on the show. He don't give them a shout out. He don't be like, oh, the good one looking for mine. He make it look like it came from him. I don't hate him. I just know what he is. When you know what people are, it's kind of hard for them to fool you or do anything to you because you know what they are already. So it's like, I know you. So everything you're going to do, you can't pull it on me because I already know what you're going to do. Well, it's difficult situations. That Adrian Balone chick, she's nothing but a high price hoe. But she's different. She's like a California hoe. California hoe is entirely different. Like LA, Cali, and that whole scenario. She's a hoe in the industry. Meaning that she would sleep with a producer, she'd sleep with a manager to try to get a record deal, try to get on TV. Now she's on. She's in the producer thing. So she's an industry hoe. She's not gonna go out and just sleep with anybody. She'll sleep with who her manager, whoever her sponsor is, because that's what they call it in the industry. Is the person who's really your pimp is your sponsor. See, they give it different names in the business, but in other words, he's your pimp. And what he does is who he wants you to sleep with, you sleep with, and he'll give you drugs, money, pay your bills. A pimp. So she was being pimped in the industry because everything she was doing was falling out. They tried to make her sleep with a guy with New Edition, somebody in New Edition. That didn't work out. So they put her in the Cheetah Girls after she slept with one of the managers or whatever. That ain't work out. So now she had her own little band doing something else. That ain't work out. So they just kept bouncing her around. Then she met with Rob Kardashian. You know, he hit it and hit it literally. Then she was out. And next thing you know, she's back on the stroll. And then her pimp is like, look, I got you. It's this new thing going down. I need you to dress up, make me look good. Now I need you to meet me at the hotel. I'm going to hit that. And then, you know, I'm going to set you up with a nice little thing. So that's how it works. That's how it works in this business. You want to get with a certain girl, you gotta find out who's their sponsor. Like, who's your sponsor? There's plenty of chicks like that in this business. Plenty. Don't ever get it twisted. Oh, I don't gotta make calls to the manager. I walk in there, them chicks want me to manage them. They come to me. They be running up to me with a card, like, here's my number, take it down. This is me, this is what I do. I'm 5'5". I'm this. I can act, I'm bilingual. I'm like, I'm not a manager. I'm not managing you. I know, come on, you can manage me. Crazy, especially when I was hanging with Suge. If I had Big Suge with me, man, crazy things was going down. Erica Mena, all them chicks, man, dudes was running them chicks. Everybody in Atlanta then ran through Erica Mena before she got a sponsor. And then she ends up, it seems like all these chicks wind up with Bow Wow. Bow Wow is the #1 trick of all times. Now, he's one of the coolest people I knew. You know, out of everybody who was there, he was very cool. You know, like a lot of people that weren't cool. Breezy was shockingly cool. But he wasn't off the rails. Like him and Bow Wow, all us was like real tight at that time. It was like Floyd, 50, Chris Brown, Bow Wow, Marcus and Brandon. You know, they used to have their events all the time. And what's his name used to be there all the time? Gosh. How could I forget his name? Andre Berto. So Andre Berto was there, and he had a bad chick. Woo! Man, but I was like, man, I ain't never seen that many fine sisters in one spot ever. And that was one of their events. This is before he fought Floyd. This is way before then. See, that's why I like this channel. They shut me down here, I don't even care. That's why I like this one. This the Go Wild channel. This the Go Wild channel here. This channel go down here. Oh, you gonna hear some outlandish stuff on this channel. They gonna be like, this dude is wild. The Terry Hatcher cocaine incident in Las Vegas. She over there looking like she was, this before they even had that show, Desperate Housewives. This before she even got that. Terry Hatcher was the baddest chick model thing in the business. And this guy named Mark screwed her out of a movie and put some other chick in there, and she smoked about a whole pack of cigarettes out there with her drink. And the manager came in, or whatever, his hair is falling out, and he coming in with coke. Like, let's go in the bathroom. They're up in the hotel room, and it was the Tyson fight was coming up in Las Vegas, so everybody was on edge, and she was in there, and we was sitting on the side because all the fighters, you know, the people that was in the media was on one side. They over here, don't nobody really know, nobody black really know who Terry Hatcher is. But if you watch movies and everything else, you would know in the industry, this is Terry Hatcher. So she's sitting there and she's all out in the hallway and she's throwing her hair. This is bullshit. Bullshit. She's got her cigarette, smoking these cigarettes. Hi, hon, you got a light? I'm like, nah, I don't smoke. So she's all pissed. Then she comes back and nicely, when she gets her cigarette, I guess she did a whole thing of coke, and she comes out. Hi. I'm so sorry. They really screwed me over today. So if you wanted to take a picture or something, are you a fighter? I'm like, no, I'm not a fighter. I'm doing the media, but I know some of the people that's going to be fighting on the card. Oh, it's going to be a great fight. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be so special. Everyone's going to be here. The lights. Oh, my God. And Tyson is just so mad. He is going to destroy, and I'm going to watch it. It's going to be barbaric. She just smokes like an entire cigarette up. Then she's smiling, smiling and just in there having a good time. And her teeth look like Freddy Krueger. I swear to God, her teeth is black. Like, I'm like, oh God, you supposed to be the hottest chick, one of the hottest chicks in Hollywood? Tell you, Hollywood is just not what you expect it to be. Then she went back in and probably banged that cocaine dude who came out. Yo! What's up, bro? You here for the fight? Oh, they were jacked up, buddy. I see on that show they did, the Defiant ones, they wasn't talking about Dr. Dre doing cocaine and got caught busted flying that doggone car. They ain't bring all that up. I guess Gonzo, some friend, old rapping buddy of Tupac's. That's about all I can tell you. Who really bailed out Tupac? The record label. They put the money up so that Tupac could be on death row. Interscope already owned Tupac. But having him on death row, yes, they approved that. That money came from them. But Jimmy is such a praise-oriented person. He wants to be low-key, but he also likes to have his butt kissed. So when you see Jimmy all the time, you see him and you see nothing but arrogance sometimes that comes out with him. Now that he's made it, he wanted this to be a Jimmy Iovine story. But Dr. Dre, they were getting ready to do a Dr. Dre story, and Interscope was like, "Look, man, we got this Jimmy Iovine story that we want to do, and HBO don't want to pay for both." So, meaning that Jimmy Iovine's story is gonna get made. So you better squeeze your Dr. Dre story into the Jimmy Iovine story. So that's how the Defiant Ones came about. HBO was not finna do 2 documentaries. So that's why it became a 4-part segment. And I liked it. I liked the Defiant Ones. I really did. But they left out a lot of people that made that company what it was. And just sit there and listen to people lie in a chair. I knew Eminem was going to sit there and lie his butt off. He's completely industry now. DOC screwed itself. Because DOC had a drug problem. DOC kept doing coke, doing all kind of PCP, pills, drinking. He was not in his right mind state to do any type of business. So Suge's like, look, I can't hang out with this dude. And he couldn't. Suge like, I can't be around him because he's drunk, he's unpredictable. And the people that Suge hang with, they don't play like that. And he's a dangerous drunk. Like, the DOC would fight you. You know what DOC stands for, right? Drug of choice. The doc. So it was only natural they were going to phase DOC out. They would just let DOC stay at Dre house and write rhymes. And he kept writing bomb rhymes. You know, he helped artists, you know, with their music. Because that's one thing he did know. He know music. So when you know music, you know, there's so much you can do, but you know music. Um, most of my Eazy-E stories I done told you. They all on the Truth Behind videos in the playlist. I just can't think of one off the top of my head. It's one that I can't tell. That I know I can't. It would be cool, but not even on this one would I tell it. Who is that? Man, everybody reaching out to me right now. So this what happened? All you guys wake up this early? I'm trying to get ready to go out in the world. This is what happened when you used to moving on your own time. Early, it's almost 11. To me, this is like bright and early in the morning. I have no desire. I didn't want to wear that watch. This watch matches. Talking about Jimmy Iovine being the innovator and all that stuff. Jimmy Iovine didn't care nothing about Eminem till Dr. Dre brought him up and made him a legitimate thing. That was it. All they cared about at that time was Dre. As great as the Chronic was, you probably have better beats. Even though, because the whole album is George Clinton. That's Parliament. All you was doing was bringing Parliament back. The G-Funk stuff. So, if you listen to Warren G, Regulate album, his baby brother, that's just another Chronic album. Nah, I wouldn't go that far. Best producer of all time. Have you forgot about the RZA? I don't know if, I mean, he's a better, what Dre does. Now, I ain't gonna say Dre can't make tracks now, but you gotta think about DJ Quick. As far as mixing and actual producing, Dre has gotten better as the years went on. But Dre spends so much time perfecting a beat that you can never get nothing really truly done with him. Dre needs you to get the records. He's got to come up with the beat, make sure it's all right. Then he's going to add a piano to it or some type of keyboard. And that's his addition. He knows how to add something to the song to make it jump. Like when he did the beat for Heat, 50 Cent. And it's not too complicated. But at the end of that track, at the very end, when you hear Dre put that see, that's what Dre, he has an ear for music to add things. Like on Jeep thing. That key, you remember more than anything. Gin and juice. All Dre keys, you remember. The G Unit anthem. He the one decided to bring the girl in and have her sing on the hook. G Unit. G Unit. Dun 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 dun. He know how to hit them keys. I got so much to go through today. So much to go through. Today is my grandmother's birthday. She's 80-something. Happy birthday, Grandma. Happy birthday. And I'm out.